Goblin shark. You've never been seen hunting. You've barely been seen at all. The goblin shark drifts through water 270 meters deep or further. Soft-bodied, slow and pink, with almost no muscle mass and a frame so flabby it looks unfinished. Then something moves nearby. Your jaw detaches. It fires forward out of your face on elastic ligaments, extending 3 centimeters beyond your snout in under 320 milliseconds. You don't chase. You sense the electrical field of nearby fish through 3,000 electroreceptor pores packed into your paddle-shaped snout, drift into range, and fire. The jaw retracts with prey locked inside before the water settles. Scientists described your species in 1898. They didn't film your jaw in action until 2008. You've been doing this in total darkness for 125 million years, long before the first dinosaur walked the earth, and nothing about your approach has needed to change since. Vampire squid. You're not a squid. You're not an octopus either. The vampire squid is the only surviving member of its own order, Vampiromorphidae, a lineage so ancient it sits between the two. You live inside the oxygen minimum zone, 600 to 900 meters down, where oxygen saturation drops to 3%. Most marine animals die in it. You thrive. Your red-black skin is covered in photophores, light organs you switch on and off to confuse predators. When something threatens you, you pull your webbed arms over your body and invert them, turning yourself inside out into a spiny, glowing ball. You don't hunt. You trail 2 long filaments that collect marine snow, dead organic particles drifting down from above, and you eat those instead. Nothing else lives at this depth because nothing else can breathe here. You found a way to survive on what the ocean throws away, and you have the entire zone to yourself. Fangtooth fish. Your teeth are too big for your mouth. That's not a flaw. It's the whole strategy. The fangtooth fish has the largest teeth of any fish on Earth relative to body size. Your lower fangs are so long that 2 transparent sheaths are built into your skull to stop them piercing your own brain when your mouth closes. You're 16 centimeters long. You migrate between 200 and 5,000 meters depth, depending on the time of day, rising at night to hunt and sinking back into darkness by dawn. No lure, no camouflage. No elaborate plan. You get close, and you bite. Your lateral line detects water displacement from nearby prey with enough precision to strike without seeing anything. Scientists have never filmed a fangtooth catching prey in the wild. They know what you eat only from stomach contents pulled from trawled specimens. You hunt in near-total darkness with a permanently open mouth, entirely by feel, and the surface world has almost no idea you exist. Barreleye fish. Your head is transparent and your eyes are inside it. The barreleye fish has a dome of clear, fluid-filled tissue where its forehead should be, with 2 large, bright green, barrel-shaped eyes visible inside, pointing straight up. Researchers assumed for decades those eyes were fixed permanently upward. Then in 2009, M. Barry filmed live barreleye fish in the wild for the first time and discovered the eyes rotate. They point up to spot prey silhouettes against light filtering from above, then swing forward to focus on a target at the moment of attack, all while your body stays perfectly still. The green pigment in your lenses filters out bioluminescence from other deep-sea animals so you can isolate sunlight wavelengths specifically. Scientists had studied your species for years before realizing that formaldehyde collapses the transparent dome entirely. Every preserved specimen in every museum collection looks like a completely normal fish. Nobody knew the dome existed until they saw you alive. Mantis shrimp. You punch at 23 meters per second. Your dactyl clubs accelerate at 10,000 times the force of gravity. The impact force is 2,500 times your own body weight. At that speed, the pressure drop behind your strike creates cavitation bubbles that collapse at 4,700 degrees Celsius, close to the surface temperature of the sun. Your prey absorbs the fist, the shock wave, and the cavitation collapse in under a millisecond. You've broken aquarium glass. Marine biologists keep you in specialized polycarbonate tanks. Your eyes have 16 types of photoreceptor cells. Humans have 3. You see ultraviolet, you see infrared, you perceive color in wavelengths nothing else detects. You weigh less than 200 grams. You're 10 centimeters long. You're the most mechanically sophisticated striker in the ocean. and you use all of it to crack crabs on a reef. You defend aggressively from anything that comes close. Pound for pound, nothing in the ocean hits harder, sees more, or cares less about the size of what's coming toward it. Pistol shrimp. You're 3 centimeters long, and you fire a sonic weapon. Your snapping claw closes at 100 kilometers per hour. The cavitation bubble it produces collapses at over 4,700 degrees Celsius and generates a shockwave at 218 decibels, louder than a gunshot. The snap lasts under 1 millisecond. The light flash from the collapse sonoluminescence is invisible to the naked eye but has been captured on high-speed camera. Your prey doesn't get hit by your claw, it gets paralyzed by the pressure wave, and you collect it before it recovers. Colonies of pistol shrimp on coral reefs generate so much collective snapping that the acoustic noise is detectable by submarine sonar across thousands of square kilometers. During World War II, the U.S. Navy positioned submarines inside pistol shrimp reefs to hide from enemy hydrophones. The shrimp mask the submarines completely. You're 3 centimeters long. You've been a classified naval asset. The ocean built you small on purpose. Anglerfish. You carry your own light into the darkest place on Earth. The female deep-sea anglerfish dangles a bioluminescent lure from a modified spine on her forehead called the esca. The glow comes from symbiotic bacteria living inside the bulb. Fish and crustaceans move toward it. Your mouth swallows prey twice your size. Your teeth angle inward, so nothing that enters can back out. Your stomach stretches to hold meals a rigid-bodied predator couldn't manage. The males of most deep-sea anglerfish species are 6 to 10 times smaller than you and have one biological function. When a male finds you, he bites into your skin and fuses. His circulatory system merges with yours. His organs dissolve. His eyes disappear. He becomes a permanently attached reproductive appendage fed by your bloodstream. One female has been found carrying 8 fused males at once. You didn't choose this system. The deep ocean designed it. You live 1,000 meters down in permanent darkness, with a glowing forehead and up to 8 dissolved husbands. And that's just a normal Tuesday. Leafy sea dragon. You look exactly like the thing you're hiding in. The leafy sea dragon is covered in leaf-shaped appendages that match the color, texture, and movement of the kelp and seagrass it drifts through along southern Australia's coast. Not color matching. Full structural camouflage, where your entire body mimics the physical shape and drift of individual seagrass fronds. You have no stomach, so food passes through you fast enough that you need to eat almost constantly, up to 3,000 mysid shrimp per day through a toothless snout. 2 nearly transparent fins, one on your neck and one on your back, beat up to 70 times per second. The propulsion is so subtle you appear to drift exactly as a detached piece of seagrass drifts. Predators pass without pausing. Divers trained specifically to find you regularly miss you in habitat they know you occupy. You're not wearing a disguise. You became the thing you're hiding in so completely that the difference between you and it stopped existing. DUMBO octopus. You live deeper than almost any octopus ever found, and you got there by flying. The DUMBO octopus uses 2 large ear-like fins extending from its mantle to generate lift in a slow, smooth motion that looks less like swimming and more like gliding. You've been found at 7,000 meters, deeper than most crewed submarines can reach. At that depth, pressure reaches 700 atmospheres. Your body handles it because you have no rigid structures to compress. No swim bladder, no hard shell, just soft tissue built for conditions that would crush most animals instantly. You're the only octopus known to swallow prey whole, because the crushing grip and in-cloud shallow water octopuses rely on are useless in the slow, lightless deep. You're 20 to 30 centimeters long. Researchers have filmed you somersaulting at 4,865 meters. You're one of the least understood animals in the ocean, not because you're rare, but because reaching you costs more per dive than most research programs spend in an entire year. YETI crab. You farm bacteria on your own arms and eat the harvest. The YETI crab was discovered in 2005 near hydrothermal vents in the South Pacific at 2,200 meters depth. You have no eyes. The environment you evolved in has no light, so eyes were discarded as an unnecessary biological cost somewhere in your lineage. Your claws and arms are covered in long, silky, yellowish filaments, hosting dense colonies of chemosynthetic bacteria that extract energy from the hydrogen sulfide and methane venting from the seafloor below you. You wave your claws through the vent currents in a slow, rhythmic motion, exposing the filaments to chemical-rich water to maximize bacterial growth. When the colony is dense enough, you comb it off with specialized mouthparts and eat it. You're the only known animal that cultivates food on its own body this way. The hydrothermal vent you depend on can go geologically inactive without warning. You spend your life farming food on arms you can't see, on a structure that could switch off tomorrow and take everything with it. Frilled shark. You're 80 million years old and you haven't needed to update. The frilled shark's fossil record traces back to the Cretaceous, when non-avian dinosaurs were still alive, and those fossils look almost identical to what you are today. You reach 2 meters long with an eel-like body, a flattened head, and a mouth that opens at the front rather than underneath. Unlike every other shark, your 300 teeth are arranged in 25 rows, each one trident-shaped with 3 sharp points, designed to snag soft-bodied prey and prevent reversal. You can coil your body and strike forward like a snake, a hunting method no other shark species uses. Researchers didn't film a live specimen until 2004, off Japan. One was caught off Portugal in 2013. You've been in the ocean since before the asteroid that ended the non-avian dinosaurs. Through every mass extinction, every shift in ocean chemistry, you came out the other side, looking basically the same. The design was right the first time. Ocean sunfish, MOLA. You're the heaviest bony fish alive and you look like someone forgot to finish building you. The ocean sunfish has no tail fin. What appears to be one is a fused rounded structure called a clavus, formed from the dorsal and anal fins folding back on each other. You're essentially a swimming head. You reach 3.3 meters tall, 4.2 meters long fin to fin, and up to 2,300 kilograms. Your diet is almost entirely jellyfish, one of the most nutritionally poor food sources in the ocean. You compensate by eating thousands. You also take small fish, squid, and salps when available. You bask flat on your side at the surface for long stretches, which researchers long read as laziness. It's thermoregulation. You dive to 600 meters in cold water to feed. Your muscles and brain cool enough to impair function, and you surface to warm up before going back down. You carry up to 40 parasite species simultaneously and manage this by visiting cleaning stations where smaller fish remove them. The ocean made you 2,300 kilograms of jellyfish-powered absurdity, and you've made it work just fine.